Consumer Reports just pulled the repair records on 380,000 cars. 380,000. And here's what nobody standing on that showroom floor wants you to sit with. The average new car now runs past $50,000, and a big chunk of that money is going toward vehicles that'll be parked at the service desk before the loan is even paid off. I've spent more than 20 years under these things, and I'm going to walk you through 18 of them, the ones the data says to stay well away from this year. Some of these you already smelled coming. The Rivian, that electric truck everybody fawned over, landed dead last for reliability again, but you were never going to drop 70 grand on one of those anyway. The ones that ought to worry you are the ones wearing badges you trust, the ones your neighbor just drove home. And the name sitting at number 1 is an American icon your father swore by, a nameplate that just finished dead last 3 years running. When we get there, you'll see exactly why I tell people it's the clearest proof yet that a lot of new cars are simply built to fail. Stick with me, because knowing these 18 could be the difference between keeping your money and getting pushed into a payment you never wanted. Let's count them down. Number 18. Audi Q4 E-Tron. We'll start with the one that looks like a safe bet on paper. The trouble isn't the motor, it's everything they bolted around it. Consumer Reports flagged the Q4 E-Tron for reliability that's heading the wrong direction. Owners reporting the climate system, the electrical accessories, the in-car electronics, and the battery and charging setup all acting up. Here's what Audi won't put in the brochure. Half this industry is racing electrics out the door to hit government targets, not because the software's finished, so you end up paying luxury money for screens and control modules that were rushed to market. While it's under warranty, that's Audi's headache. The day it isn't, one of those control or charging modules can run you $900 to $2,400, and that's before the labor at a dealer who knows he's the only shop that can touch it. If you want to go electric, Consumer Reports' own data points to the Tesla Model Y as the most reliable EV on the road. Or just keep a proven hybrid and let the badge chasers fund the experiment. Number 17. Volvo EX30. This is the small, cheap-looking Volvo everybody's been telling you is a bargain. It's in its second year of existence. So let me put a question to you. When's the last time a brand new nameplate, 2 years old, built by a company still learning how to make electric cars, turned out to be trouble-free? If you can't think of one, that's your answer. A low sticker on an unproven electric isn't a gift, it's bait. This is a software-defined little car, which means when the electronics throw a fit, you're not sorting it out in your own driveway. You're waiting on the dealer on their schedule. Let somebody else be the crash test dummy for the first few years. A proven compact, even a used CR-V or a Mazda you paid cash for, will still be running long after the EX30's value has fallen through the floor. And that's the real cost here. That bargain can shed $14,000 to $20,000 in 3 years while you're also covering every surprise it throws. Number 16. Kia EV9. Now we move up to the big 3-row electric SUV, the one families are financing to haul the grandkids. I keep watching the same movie play out. A car maker launches a large, complicated new EV, and the first couple of years are full of charging faults, software lockups, and electronics that quit with no warning light to explain themselves. The EV9 landed on the unreliable lists right on schedule. Kia leans hard on that long warranty in the ads. Understand what a long warranty actually is. It's not generosity. It's a company telling you, in writing, that you're going to need it. If you need 3 rows, a proven gas or hybrid SUV will move your family for a decade without the drama. Wait until the EV9 has real years behind it, because once that bumper-to-bumper runs out, a charging or high-voltage repair is a $1,600 to $3,800 job. And the dealer is the only one holding the tools. Number 15. Volvo EX90. Volvo's flagship electric SUV. And its launch was a genuine mess. Here's the mechanical piece most people never get told. This is a software-defined car. One central computer runs the whole vehicle. The screens, the driver aids, the systems that keep it moving. Volvo shipped it before that brain was finished. So when the computer stumbles, it isn't one part misbehaving, it's the entire car. Early buyers effectively became unpaid test subjects. The complaints piled up into class action territory, and Volvo has been going back in with new computers and reworked software just to stop the bleeding. This is the oldest rule I've got, and it's never once let me down. Never buy the first model years of a software-defined car. Let them debug it on someone else's dime. A proven Volvo, or frankly a proven anything, will spend a fraction of the time parked at the dealer. Out of warranty, computer and software work on one of these is a $2,800 to $5,200 headache, plus the weeks you don't have the car at all. Number 14. Cadillac Optic. Cadillac's smaller electric SUV. brand new, riding on General Motors' Ultium platform. Picture two Cadillacs side by side in the same showroom. One's a proven gas model that's been sorted for years. The other's this all-new Optic. The Ultium cars, the Optic, the Lyriq, the whole family, have been dogged by charging faults and software gremlins since day one, and the data already has the Optic scoring below average straight out of the gate. GM isn't rushing these out because the platform's ready. They're doing it to hit fuel and emissions targets. That's a mandate problem, and it's landing in your driveway. If you want the badge, buy the proven one. If you want electric, wait for GM to finish the debugging you'd otherwise be paying to do. Don't hand over luxury money just to be somebody's beta tester. A post-warranty charging or battery management fix on these runs $2,200 to $4,600, and you're locked to the dealer for every bit of it. The German and the newcomers were the easy calls. From here, the badges start getting a whole lot more familiar. Number 13, Buick Enclave. This one might surprise you because Buick usually keeps its nose clean. It's the highest scoring domestic brand in the whole survey. But they redesigned the Enclave for 2024, and the redesign is exactly where it came apart. A company takes a big three-row SUV that was finally sorted, throws a fresh design at it, and resets the clock on every problem they'd already solved. Below average reliability, right on schedule. Here's what the showroom won't tell you. The redesigned model year is the single worst time to buy any vehicle. You pay top dollar to find the bugs the engineers left behind. Want an Enclave? Buy one from before the redesign, sorted and depreciated, or let this generation age a few years until they've quietly fixed it. Because the electronics and driveline gremlins on a first-year redesign like this run $1,300 to $3,000 once the warranty's gone, and they rarely show up alone. That's a Buick. The next one's a Chevy, hauling half the families in America. Number 12, Chevrolet Traverse. Same 2024 redesign, and one change under the hood that ought to stop you cold. Ask yourself something. Would you trust a brand new turbocharged four-cylinder to haul a loaded three-row SUV full of people and gear for the next 15 years? Because that's the bet Chevy is asking you to make. They pulled the old V6, an engine that would run damn near forever, and dropped in a smaller Turbo 4 to squeeze a better number onto the government's fuel economy sticker. A little engine working that hard, hauling that much weight, with no track record behind it. That isn't built to last. It's built to pass a test. The Traverse landed below average, right next to its Buick cousin. If you need to move 7 people, a proven older three-row, a used Pilot or a Highlander, will outlast this by years. Chase the sorted one, not the shiny one, because a turbo or timing repair on one of these strained little engines runs $1,900 to $3,600, and it climbs once the whole car's out of warranty. Number 11, Lincoln Nautilus Hybrid. Lincoln wants you believing this is the plush, quiet SUV that'll pamper you through retirement. Then you sit inside and there's a screen running the entire width of the dashboard. I've lost count of the luxury SUVs I've seen come back for the screens, not the engine. That giant display, the touch controls, the layers of electronics, every one is a thing that can fail, and on a freshly redesigned model, they do. The data has this one below average, with the complaints clustered right where you'd guess: the tech. What nobody mentions on the test drive is that none of that glass makes the car more reliable. It makes it more fragile and more expensive, and more likely to leave you staring at a dead black dashboard. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the last car you owned that just did its job for years and never gave you a reason to think about it? Those are getting harder to buy, and that's the whole problem. If you want quiet luxury that lasts, an older, simpler Lexus will still be humming when this Lincoln screen is a paperweight, a pillar-to-pillar display that's an $1,100 to $2,700 part and no driveway fix. Number 10, Lincoln Corsair PHEV. Staying with Lincoln because the plug-in version of their small SUV earns its own spot. A retired teacher I know bought a Corsair plug-in, sold on gas savings and a little electric range for errands. Inside of 2 years, she'd been back to the dealer more times than her old Camry saw in a decade, charging faults, warning lights, the hybrid system throwing fits. Past warranty, the estimates on that hybrid gear were landing between $3,200 and $5,800. She told me she wished she'd never bailed on the Camry. The reason this keeps happening is the same every time. A plug-in hybrid isn't a simpler car. It's 2 complete powertrains bolted into one, a gas engine, and a full electric drive, each with its own ways to quit. Car makers build them to earn emissions credits, then charge you a premium for the privilege. If you want to save fuel, a plain hybrid from a company that's built them for 20 years is the proven road. The plug adds cost and complexity, not peace of mind. And Lincoln isn't the only one selling you 2 powertrains worth of trouble. Number 9, Volvo XC60 PHEV. Volvo built its name on safety and going the distance. This plug-in version quietly undercuts both. Let me show you what's actually under there. A gas engine, a turbocharger, an electric motor, a high-voltage battery, and all the computers hired to referee them, stacked into one vehicle. Twice the powertrain means twice the failure points, and the survey data backs it up. Owners reporting the battery, the electric motor, the drive system, the electronics, the lot of it. Here's what Volvo won't say out loud. Every one of those systems has to work and keep working, or the car doesn't move. Complexity isn't luxury, it's fragility with a leather seat. If you trust Volvo, buy the plain gas version and skip the plug. You give up a few miles of electric-only running and gain a car that isn't a rolling science project. Because when that high-voltage battery or drive unit fails out of warranty, you're staring at $3,900 to $7,000, the kind of bill that totals an otherwise fine car. Number 8. GMC Hummer EV. Here's the one that would be funny if it weren't real money. GMC brought the Hummer back as an electric and built a truck that weighs somewhere north of 9,000 pounds. I've seen what heavy vehicles do to their own tires, brakes, and suspension, and nothing on the road punishes those parts like this thing. It's so heavy, it's actually less efficient than some hybrids. An electric that drinks power the way a big V8 drinks gas. The reliability scores came in soft, and the running costs are brutal in a way the sticker never warns you about. Here's what the ad won't say. This truck was built to make a statement, not to make sense. It's a halo project, and you'd be the one paying to keep it in tires. If you want a truck that works, a proven gas half-ton will haul more, cost far less, and never leave you stranded. A single set of tires for one of these runs, $1,700 to $2,500, and at that weight, you'll be buying them often. The next one wears a badge you've trusted your whole life, except it isn't really that badge at all. Number 7. Honda Prologue. Honda spent 50 years earning a reputation for cars that simply run. This isn't one of them. Put two Hondas side by side, a real CR-V hybrid, engineered in-house, the kind that crosses 300,000 miles without drama, and the Prologue, which is a Chevy Blazer EV underneath, wearing a Honda badge. Same showroom, same trusted name, completely different DNA. The Prologue rides on GM's Ultium platform, and it inherited every one of that platform's charging faults and software headaches. The data has it below average, right where the rest of the Ultium cars sit. What Honda won't put in the ad is simple. They didn't have an electric ready, so they put their name on someone else's, and handed you the problems that came bolted to it. Want a Honda? Buy an actual Honda. A CR-V or Accord hybrid is the real thing, proven over years. Because a charging or software repair on this borrowed platform runs $2,300 to $4,400 once the warranty's done. Quick word before we keep going. If this rundown is steering you clear of a bad buy, do me a favor and tap that subscribe button. It's the thing that keeps these videos coming. Number 6. Cadillac Lyriq. This is the Cadillac everyone points to as GM's electric comeback. The numbers tell a different story. Consumer Reports has it scoring below average, and it sat among the lowest scoring vehicles on GM's entire Ultium lineup. J.D. Power's owners put its reliability down in the 60s out of 100. And even reviewers who like the thing admit the infotainment fights you until you learn its moods. Here's what Cadillac won't tell you. Below average isn't one unlucky unit. It's the whole platform still being sorted, on your dime, at luxury prices. If you want the badge, the proven gas Cadillacs are a different world of dependable. If you want electric, let GM finish its homework first, because a software or battery management repair on a Lyriq lands between $3,400 and $6,200, and only the dealer can touch it. Number 5. GMC Terrain. Down to the pair, GM sells by the millions, starting with the Terrain. Here's the mechanism nobody explains on the lot. To hit the government's fuel economy targets, GM dropped a 1.5-liter Turbo 4 into a compact SUV and asked it to do a bigger engine's job. A small engine under boost runs hot and works hard its entire life. More heat, more strain, more of the carbon and wear that quietly shorten an engine's years. Also, the sticker reads a mile or two per gallon better. The Terrain came in well below average, and the reviewers call the powertrain exactly what it is: noisy, strained, and underwhelming. What GM won't admit is that this engine was sized to pass a test, not to cross 200,000 miles. If you want a compact that lasts, an older CR-V or RAV4 with a proven naturally aspirated 4 will still be running when this turbo's worn out, because a turbo or top-end repair on one of these runs $2,100 to $3,900, and its twin wears a bow tie. Number 4. Chevrolet Equinox. The Equinox is that same engine, that same design with a Chevy badge, and it lands even harder because of who ends up driving it. A home health aide I know puts on serious miles, house to house, all day, every day. She bought a new Equinox for the gas savings. That strained little turbo, run hard and put away wet day after day, started showing it well before she expected. Rough running, warning lights, a top end that didn't sound right. The repair estimates were landing between $2,700 and $4,900 on a car she still owed money on. Here's the part that ought to make you angry. None of that was her fault. She bought exactly what the dealer pushed as economical and modern, an engine that was simply never built to work that hard for that long. If you drive for a living, or you just want a compact that won't quit, the proven ones are still out there, and they cost less to keep than this costs to fix. The last three are the biggest American names on the list. The trucks and haulers people would have bet their lives on. The data on them is the hardest to swallow. Number 3, GMC Acadia. The third worst here is GM's midsize Acadia, and it made the list for the same tired reason as the rest. They redesigned it for 2025 and reset every problem they'd finally solved. It landed well below average, among the least reliable vehicles in the whole survey. A proven 3-row you paid cash for owes you nothing. This one starts owing you money the day the warranty ends, with driveline and electronics repairs running $2,400 to $5,000. But the Acadia still isn't the one I've been warning you about since the first minute of this video. Number 2, Ram 1500. At number 2, the truck millions of people would swear by, the Ram 1500. A building contractor I know traded up to a new one for work, but Ram had pulled the proven Hemi 5.8 and dropped in a twin-turbo 6 to chase a fuel number. 2 turbos, more heat, more to fail. And he found every bit of it, back at the dealer inside a year while jobs sat waiting. The survey flagged the 1500 for exactly that kind of teething, and his estimates ran $3,700 to $7,500. His old truck never left him stranded. This one did, and even a truck that turns on you isn't the name sitting at number 1. Number 1, Jeep Grand Cherokee. Here it is. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, the name that meant something, the one your father trusted to get the family anywhere. Now the numbers. Jeep has finished dead last for reliability 3 years running, the lowest reliability, the lowest road test score, the lowest owner satisfaction of any brand tested, and the plug-in 4xe version of the Grand Cherokee lands well below average all on its own. Picture the old one, simple, tough, the kind that just went. Set it against today's, 2 powertrains and a wall of electronics crammed in to chase credits, coasting on a legend it stopped living up to. That's not the truck that earned the badge. It's the badge sold to you at a premium, while the engineering rotted out underneath it. When the hybrid drive or battery lets go on one of these, you're staring at $5,000 to $9,000, and on a fixed income, that's the bill that forces a good man into a payment he swore he'd never take again. Keep the paid-off one running. It owes you nothing, and it's still the smarter machine. So if this whole list left you wondering what is actually worth your money, I made the other side of it. The cars I'd tell my own father to buy, the ones built to cross 200,000 miles without ever begging for mercy, it's on the screen to your left, right now. I'll meet you there.